Hello dear students, today we are going to learn about the diseases of coriander. So among the diseases, the first disease of coriander is called as stem galls. So the causal organism of stem gall of the coriander, that is Protomyces macrosporus. That is Protomyces macrosporus. Regarding symptoms, if that Protomyces fungus, then when they attack on the Protomyces, when they attack on the stem, so galls is formed on the leaves and stem of the plants. Here it is given here, the galls are formed on the stem and galls are formed on the some kind of the leaves here. Okay, the small knot like growth is observed on the stem and on the plants due to the attack of that disease. The shape of the coriander seeds change due to the effect of that disease. The shape of that coriander is changes. So this is a stem gall disease due to the attack of Protomyces bacteria it is caused by Protomyces macrosporus. Regarding perpetuation, primary source of infection takes place through the plant debris, and secondary infection takes place through the airborne conidia. Regarding management strategy, we can maintain the field clean, or cleanliness of the field is essential. Then we can treat the seeds with the help of Thiram at a rate of 4 gram or Bavestin at a rate of 2 gram per kg of seeds. If the infestation is severe, so at that time we can spray the solution of carbendazim at a rate of 0.1% when the symptom is severe. So this is about the management strategy of stem galls. Then next disease, as we know, that the powdery mildew disease. So powdery mildew of coriander is caused by the causal organism, that is Erisiphe polygoni. So as we know that powdery mildew means whitish mycelial or fungal growth. So what happens regarding symptoms, a small white spot appears on the leaf surface and later cover entire surface. Here it is mentioned, or in photograph we clearly see here at the initial stage small whitish spot appears, that is fungal spot is there. It appears on upper surface of leaves, and then when the favorable condition arises, so it's scattered or spread all over the leaves. Then powdery growth can be seen on the petioles and the umbels. That means entire plant is covered by the whitish fungal growth. Okay, so entire plant in severe infection, what happens, entire plant it becomes a whitish. So this is about the powdery mildew, symptoms of powdery mildew. The next, perpetuation of that powdery mildew, the primary infection takes place through ascospores from the plant debris, and secondary infection is by airborne conidia. Then regarding management strategy, we can spray the wettable sulfur at a rate of 0.2%. Then we can remove the plant debris, because that Erisiphe fungus is survive in plant debris for long period. The next one is wilt. As we already discussed, wilt wilt of coriander is caused by Fusarium oxysporum Formospecies corianderi. Regarding symptoms, in infected plants, the infection takes place on the lower surface of leaves. It turns yellow and dry. Here it turns yellow and dry. Here it turns yellow and dry. Okay, the next, latter affected plants show wilt symptoms. Wilting, that means the drying of the leaves and the drooping of the leaves takes place. The roots of affected plant shows the vascular discoloration. That means if you cut the roots of that coriander, so white brownish or brackish strips are observed, so that indicates the attack of virus. So this is about the wilt symptoms. Then regarding primary source of infection and primary source of infection is soil, and secondary source of infection is conidia by water. Then regarding management strategy, the seed treatment is done with carbendazim at a rate of 2 gram per kg of seeds, or just we can do a biological treatment, that is seed treatment with Pseudomonas fluorescens at a rate of 10 gram per kg of seeds. So this is about the symptoms, or this is about the symptoms of that, or this is about management strategies of the diseases of coriander. So if you have any queries regarding that diseases, so you can ask me. Thank you.